All right, I think you can hear me now. Um, I don't understand why the chat box isn't showing any chat. All good, that's good. So, the problem is that in the you can see the chat on Twitch, but not in Streamlabs, not here. Oh, maybe you can. Oh no, you can, but it's very small. Okay, that's fine. That's fine because uh, when I'm when I am posting these videos on YouTube and on my Instagram, you can't see the comment. That was like a miss on my part, so you can't see the comments that I'm reacting to. But I think you can read the comments here, but it's like very small because I really want the comments to show. Just gonna do it like this. We'll see what happens. All right, let me start recording. Hi, and welcome to this stream of us playing the X-Files game together. I, as always, am your host, Dinara Tangri, aka Alien Supersoldier, aka That Cry Chick Chick, aka Agent Wilmore for the time being. Although I do have an Agent Wilmore following me on Twitch, and I just, so that there's no confusion, my handle here on Twitch is Alien Super Soldier. And yes, welcome. It's been a week. First of all, how are you doing? Please write in chat how you are all doing. I mean, I have been in contact with with most of you, with all of you here, um, throughout the week because we're all friends on Instagram and Discord. But if you can just settle in. And last week we actually did manage to get. I am knackered, but surviving to say the least. How are you? Well, maybe not knackered, but I am surviving nonetheless. It's this winter is actually kind of kicking my butt. Uh, I used to be like Elsa from Frozen. That cold didn't bother me, but now it kind of does. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't know what it is, but I am just not vibing with this cold. And I am stoked when there's snow. I love snow, as long as I don't have to drive. But when it's just like this, it's like this wet, humid, rainy cold, and so windy, and I just have half a mind to move somewhere warm when it's like this. So glad to start the weekend. Absolutely, we are all very glad to start the weekend. So last week, Agent Wilmore survived day one of the investigation. He did not get killed by being a terrible FBI agent. And with your help, hopefully, he will not be killed today either. And I hope you don't mind if we do like a little shorter stream today because I am just so tired. I was interviewing for my podcast. I was interviewing Dr. Bethan Jones yesterday. Dr. Bethan Jones is a fandom scholar. She has a PhD in like fan studies, culture studies, and she wrote a book about the X Files. And she's also written a lot of X Files fan fiction and just is as an expert on all both on the X Files and the fandom of the X Files. And we sat down yesterday and we had just this amazing chat about our shared interests, and we talked for almost 2 hours, just nonstop talking. We actually had to take a break, you know, mid mid conversation, but we talked for almost 2 hours. And yes, it does sound cool. It's this episode won't be coming out for a couple of weeks. I usually post new episodes at the end of the month. and there's some work to be done. There's some editing to be done, but I am so excited to release that episode into the world, because we talk about some very interesting things, and yeah, I just want you guys to take part in that. Sounds exciting. I've read that book. It's great. Yes, it is a very good book. Uh, Actually, a little story. When I met Bethan at FileFest in Minneapolis, much love for Minneapolis, she was selling her book there, and I came up to her. I thought, oh, this is so exciting! A book about the X Files, like an academic deep dive into the X Files, like philosophy and politics and gender, and I'm a sucker for that. And but I thought, you know what? It's still early in the day. I just got here. I'm just gonna buy it later. It's no biggie. I said, good for you, Bethan. I'm just gonna. I'll swing back. I'll swing back by a little later. Well, at the end of that day, I came back, and her book was sold out completely, and that was great for Bethan, but it sucked for me. But since then, she had sent me a copy of her book, and I read it and I loved it. And one of those days I am going to review it, and one of those days we are going to sit down and talk just about that book. But in this episode that we recorded yesterday, we talked about fan fiction and Slash and Diana Fowley. Oh no, how terrible. But yeah, we had a very interesting conversation. But tonight we're going to stream. Hopefully not too long, because like I said, I'm very tired. All right. I still don't understand why I can't read that. Oh no, there it is. The forbidden name, exactly. The forbidden name. I am going to withhold my thoughts on Diana Fowley in the stream, because she is not part of this game, and I'm just gonna say that just very shortly. I still don't like her as a character. I still don't like her, but I appreciate what her character does in the show. For Yes, Charlie, you haven't gotten to that part yet, so thank you for reminding us of that. Not the reason why not to talk about her too much, but I appreciate what her character does for the show, for the dynamic. But we can talk about that later. Let's just play. Now, I haven't played the game since we left Agent Wilmore alone in his apartment, very much alive. So we're just going to pick up right where we left off. Funny thing about Diana Fowley is that she's played by actress Mimi Rogers, and I think now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was David who recommended her, because they did a movie together, like way before the X-Files, and he either recommended her or was somehow involved in like getting the casting attention to her. So I don't know, I may be wrong. All right, previous. Yes, I think they were together. It's called The Rapture. Okay, see, I didn't know the title of the movie, but yes, they are in a movie together. And I think it's a little sad. I mean, I don't know Mimi Rogers, or like what her life is, or like what she thinks about her character and her time on the show, but uh, I really wish that we had seen her in come to conventions the way the other actors have been doing, because Robert Patrick, who faced a lot of criticism and just hate for simply not being Mulder. What am I doing? Seriously, what am I doing? I'm supposed to get out of the apartment. Um, and for so he's faced a lot of criticism and got a lot of flack, but he did get a very vocal fan base within our fandom. Nice 36. Yes. Oh my god. You know what? That's I'm just gonna grab this. Yeah. But he has since sort of embraced the fandom and has been embraced by the fandom, and he's doing all of these conventions now. And like I said, when I met him here in Malmo, I told him how much I love Dog It, and he just lighted up. I think I like to think that I made his day that day. Anyway, I think it's kind of sad that we don't see Mimi Rogers doing conventions like this. I think maybe it's time. It's time for a not like a full rehabilitation of Fowley's character, but just like an acceptance of her presence on the show and Mimi Rogers's work on the show, regardless of what fans think about her character. She played her well, really harsh on Diana. Yeah, yeah, she did play her well. I think she made a. You know what? No more spoilers. Let's just go back to field office because things will be happening there. And please let me know if the sound is. I upped the volume on the game. So let me know. Robert Patrick is so cool though. He literally is T1000. Like, dude, come on. If people gonna complain, make your own show. It bothers you. Exactly. Exactly. That's my go-to like argument to. What have you been doing, Cook? Have you been drinking again? Cook has been drinking again. Time to disappoint Dad again. Well, Skinner is not here today. So the only one we have to disappoint is Shanks and maybe ourselves. Okay, Cook has been drinking again. Okay, Skinner has left us unattended, but bad parenting on his part, personally. Yes, yes. He really should have stayed behind and monitored Agent Wilmore's work closely. You can really blame us for acting. Well, Agent Wilmore is in his rebellious stage. Um, he's the teenage son. And Skinner's like, oh great, another rebellious teenage child. As if Mulder wasn't enough. All right, so somebody knocked this guy out, allegedly. Do we? I think we need to talk to him. He's like, he left his kids to do whatever. No babysitter, no babysitter. Well, Shanks is kind of a babysitter, but he's all he does is just sit in his office and review our notes when we ask him to. He's not really doing anything. No, come on. I need to get to the closet thing. I haven't played this game in a week and already I am forgetting everything. Yes, here we are.
Scully's laptop is missing. That's your phone.
Yep. Somebody took Scully's laptop. Okay, that's Wilmore's phone. Oh, that's Cook's office. I'm coming. Just hold on. This isn't a cell phone.
Is this Agent Wilmore?
Yes.
Agent Wilmore, this is Agent Pendrell of the Psi Crime Lab in DC. I completed the preliminary analysis of the blood sample from your office. I'm afraid I got some bad news. It looks like that blood belongs to Agent Scully.
Oh, Jesus. Are you certain?
Fairly. More detailed analysis will confirm, but I'm pretty sure that's Scully's blood.
Pendrell.
So at the very least, we know she's been injured.
Baby Pendrell.
Was there much blood at the scene?
Yeah, a fair amount.
Let's hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the call.
Sure. If anything changes, I'll let you know.
I mean,
Sure.
Pendrell really wants
Oh, Agent Wilmore?
to help
Yeah.
find Scully.
Be informed, okay?
All right. Thanks.
The one scene I didn't check to get a reference for Wilmore's hair when drawing
Good
him.
news. That fisherman you interviewed yesterday, he's just been shot to death.
Excuse me? Agent Cook, how did you know that Wilmore was interviewing a fisherman yesterday?
How did you know about Wong?
What?
How did you know I went to see Wong yesterday?
You told me. Hey, I was the one hit on the head, remember?
I want to help find Scully. Oh, and Mulder too, I guess. Yeah. No, you did not. You did not tell Cook about Wong.
I told you about Wong? I just forgot, I guess.
Pendrell didn't even get to celebrate Scully's birthday. No. No, poor guy.
Why did they only take Scully's laptop?
You got me. Shanks is gonna be furious.
Not to mention Skinner.
Oh, now there's something to look forward to. First they disappear, then we lose his prized agent's confidential records. I don't know what you're involved in, but someone's got some big brass ones in order to steal equipment from an FBI field office.
Yeah, Wilmore does not want to face Skinner right now.
What happened to you?
I came in early to catch up on your work. Someone jumped me.
Sure.
Did you see who hit you?
Nope. Whoever did it was real quiet.
All right. I guess we should be going back to the dock, to the warehouse, and go see Wong, what's left of him. This guy. Come on.
Sorry, Chief. It's a crime scene. No civilians.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about if I show you this?
Hey, come on in.
Well, congratulations, old-timer. I don't know what you were doing, but you just warranted the involvement of the federal government. Lucky you.
A moment of silence for our fallen hero Wong, who died as he lived, criminally. Okay, let's look at the Morley. He said he didn't smoke. A bunch of crap. Poor guy. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
I don't want that.
That is because they already know each other.
So what have you got?
Well, Agent Wilmore, barring any unexpected revelation, looks like somebody shot this man in the back of the head.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Any sign of a struggle?
No, either he was totally surprised or he knew his killer.
I gather there were no witnesses.
I don't think so, but you better check with Detective Astadorian. Medical examiner doesn't get much chance to interrogate bystanders.
Yes, Charlie, why was there sunflower seeds in that silly pile? I mean, it could be just like a little reference to Mulder and Wong just like chewing sunflower seeds. Maybe there's something more behind it.
What caliber weapon was used?
Big 45 looks like, maybe a 357. Hit him in the mastoid bone. That's that big spongy mass of bone behind the ear. It shatters more easily, so there's an inordinate amount of damage. A lot of bone fragments get driven up into the brain. That's where Oswald hit JFK.
I take it you subscribe to the lone gunman theory.
No, I think aliens killed JFK.
The time of death.
So what was the time of death?
Well, preliminarily, I'd say he's been dead for about 6 hours, so that would make the time of death early in the AM.
Have we met?
Yeah, we both worked on that kidnapping last year, remember?
Sorry.
No problem. It was a big team.
Oh my god. Wilmore. I mean, Mulder would have Mulder and this medical examiner, they would have clicked immediately. They both have this dry gallows sense of humor. So yeah, they would have clicked. But like Wilmore, I mean, I get, he meets a lot of people, but still, it's just great detective skills that you don't even remember the guy you worked with on a case.
Any idea what happened?
No?
Just nope. Why would he know he's a photographer?
Any thought on motive?
Robbery would be my guess. Ask Astadorian. It's her case.
Wilmore is hired to be observant. I'm beginning to suspect that Wilmore was hired either A, because of nepotism, or B, because of his looks.
Can I get some copies of those?
Sure. Give me a name.
Craig Wilmore, FBI.
No problem. It'll take a couple days.
All right, let's go see Detective. What's her name? Esther Dorian? It's an interesting name.
What can I do for you?
Special Agent Craig Wilmore, FBI.
FBI? What's the Bureau's interest in this case?
Yes. Charlie and I were talking about how Agent Wilmore is basically Dora the Explorer. And we said that Dora would have found Mulder and Scully much faster. As to Dorian, my sweet, sweet girl. I still don't know whether or not we can trust her.
I'm investigating the disappearance of 2 agents.
Okay, so what's the connection to this man?
My investigation led me to this warehouse. Inside we found evidence of foul play, including the blood of one of our missing agents. I spotted Wong, asked him a few questions about the warehouse. He lied to me. Now he's dead. I'm not certain what the connection is, but I'm pretty certain there is one.
I'll buy that. Interesting. This case just went from routine to fun. Thanks.
Anytime.
I like to think the lag is him just staring at her awkwardly. Yes.
So, what have you got?
Harbor Master found the body. He was shot once in the back of the head, large caliber by the looks of it, no witnesses, no sign of struggle.
That's it?
So far.
So, where's the harbor master?
Gone for coffee.
Have you questioned him yet?
Nope. Next on my list after search boat.
He enjoys stare down with people.
Any thoughts on motive?
Robbery, most likely.
So, what was stolen?
Haven't quite gotten there yet. Just about to go onto the boat.
Well, robbery seems unlikely to me. Didn't look like the old guy had much.
Probably true. But you'd be amazed at what people will kill for. He probably had a cigar box full of cash. Unless maybe he was killed for squealing to the feds.
I wished I thought that was funny.
Well, Wong didn't exactly run with the most desirable crowd.
I love her sarcasm. Yes. Well, everyone in this game is sarcastic. Everyone here is basically Scully. What is her accent, though? I'm not good at telling different accents inside the United States of America. So if anyone can tell me what that accent, because she has this little like accent, little, but I can't put my finger on it. What would you tell her that's a lovely color on you? Like, what would you like just because she's a woman? His conversation skills are not the best.
Any reports of trouble in this area?
No. All's quiet on the waterfront.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice to just pin this on gang activity and be done with it? Alright, looks like it's time to board the good ship Agrippa. Care to join me?
I think it's on her profile on ING. Yes, we can check that out, where she's from. Day 2 of the investigation has a lot more cutscenes, or a lot more scenes where you're doing stuff and you just have to wait.
Answer me this. Where'd he put his fish?
What?
His catch. Where'd he put his catch? There's no freezers. Hell, there's not even an ice chest on board. So where'd the fish go? And by the looks of it, those are some pretty serious gas tanks down there.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk to her a little later because we need some exploring to do. Okay, there's something written in Chinese. I don't know what it is. Now, when we get to the Russian boat, I can tell you a few things, but not here. Okay, money. She's way more observant than Wilmore. Yeah, she should have been the FBI agent. Let's see, what else? I'm gonna find a bunch of pills. Yeah, pills. That's disgusting. Let's see what else. Some junk. More pills. Okay, we've seen this. There is another clue that we have to find here. The way they say this boat, the Russian boat, the way they say the name, make it sound like it's a fancy name for like a fancy 5-star hotel, but it's essentially just Russian for cockroach. Okay.
Did you know fish stocks have been declining in this area recently?
No. Where'd you pick that up at?
Wong told me yesterday.
Oh, well, there's a reliable source.
Excuse me.
So, what's your theory on the hold?
My worst is that Wong was not quite what he seemed. I think this boat was being used for something other than fishing, which certainly puts a spin on his murder.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Mr. Wong was taking stolen painkillers?
What the hell are you talking about?
I found a cache of pills in his cabin. No prescription labels, obviously stolen goods. Industrial strength quantities, too.
How interesting. Well, that certainly adds a sordid little wrinkle to things, doesn't it?
The man loves asking people about fish stocks goes from one to skin to
Let's just see what
Historian.
the autopsy reveals. All right?
Yeah. His specialty is asking people questions that he knows they cannot answer. Unless they're a mind reader. Which they're not.
What's the Terracon?
What?
Terracon.
Terracon. What is it?
I don't know. Why?
I found this slicker in the cabin labeled the Terracon.
I guess it's the name of the boat. No. This boat's called the Agrippa.
Well, guess that adds another mystery to your list, doesn't it?
Are they flirting? Looks like they're flirting.
I'm finished. I gotta take Wong here for his free ride.
Astra to give me a call when she's finished.
Okay. It was a pretty easy morning. It shouldn't take too long.
Thanks.
It's a niche specialty, but it gets results. Whoever hired him, probably. Oh boy.
Well, the harbor master's returned.
More dialogue options.
What a hello. I wish you told me there was two of you. I'd have brought another coffee.
That's all right. Agent Wilmore here is trying to cut down.
Well, still, I could have brought you decaf.
All right, let's talk to the harbor master. I like how they're just staring at you, like judging you. That's why he was picked, but was was like, if it's something to do with fish, he's your guy. Blunton states the obvious, but loves the fish and sea. All right.
Who owns this warehouse?
Leased to a company called Majestic Shipping. Not far east.
Could you give me a phone number?
Well, depends on which number you want. They got offices in Hong Kong, Vietnam. So, which number?
The main number.
The main
Oh,
number.
no, these guys don't quite work like that. But it's okay. I'll get you all the information I have.
Just fact.
Majestic Shipping. Sounds fishy. All right. Oh, we do we have to ask him about the fish stocks?
How long have the fish stocks been declining around here?
Oh, a while now. Overfishing's the most likely cause, but it's gotten a lot worse in the past couple of months. Most of the small guys gone out of business. Wong's the only one still holding on. Or he was.
Come on.
How do these boats normally store their catch?
Well, usually they got what they call a live well in the hold that keeps water circulating over the fish. Some of the bigger outfits will have a refrigerated holding tank.
Any idea why Wong's boat would have neither?
No, I don't imagine he had the money to upgrade something like that. That'd have to be done in a dry dock anyway. That's pretty strange, really. I don't know why.
You just know his top 5 songs are all sea shanties. He dreams of life. Not attainable. It's why he's so chipper talking to this guy. Charlie writes, I'm making a meme about Wilmore and fish stocks. It's a perfect reference for it too. He is the kind of he should have been an author. One of those authors like write about life at sea. These like hard, sturdy men weathering the elements, going face to face with sea monsters, the kraken and whales, like just these like whaling stories. He definitely missed his calling. I mean, it's never too late, unless he dies during this investigation. Exactly, he's trying to live the dream he wishes he could. I mean, he is a Civil War buff. He's obviously smart, well read. If he would just decide for himself, like, you know what, I'm gonna take a sabbatical from being an FBI agent and I'm going to write a book I've always wanted to write. Maybe I'm just projecting.
Terracon. Ocean-going tug. Burned at sea 2 months ago.
Really?
Why would Wong have a slicker from the Terracon in his cabin?
Well, I don't know. Don't think he knew those guys. They were Russian. Maybe he picked it up as scrap after the fire.
I think I remember hearing something about that. The crew all died, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Boat's over at the impound dock. You want to take a look?
That's why he was picked. All the Moby Dick references, they thought that this is the guy.
How long have you known Wong?
Oh, a few years. Started docking here in 94, I think. Yeah, early 94.
Did you notice anything unusual happening here last night?
No, not at all. Like, it was real quiet.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid, sexy harbor master.
Did Mr. Wong have any enemies?
I don't think so. Well, I would say no, but, hell, these days, I don't know anything anymore.
It's always like these days. These days, everyone refers to their current time as the unusual time, as the time of turmoil.
Did you know if Mr. Wong had any financial
How
difficulties?
do you know?
No, I don't. I always paid his birth fees on time. Of course, things have been hard on everybody around here lately. I imagine he was feeling it too.
Well, why don't we go take a look at the Terracon?
Well, sure. Yeah, it's not far from here. Come on.
The Terracon. They call it like the Terracon, like it's a fancy hotel. It's Terracon. It's just Terracon. That's it. It's a cockroach. All right, let's go to the Terracon. And we unlocked another location. The damn boat giving me flashbacks from war. I hate that boat. The one that we're about to investigate. It's so creepy.
Seattle. Anyway, the Coast Guard cutter, the Stalwart, saw a fire on the horizon, rushed out there. By the time they arrived, it was too late. The entire crew had burned to death.
How many men were on board?
Total of 9. Although only 4 bodies were recovered, the rest were presumed lost at sea.
What was the cause of the fire?
Never determined. They have no idea.
Look at that. Fire damage seems to be contained to the outside of the hull. Cabin and the interior don't seem to be burnt at all.
Okay, so what's your point?
Well, how was the crew killed by a fire that only burned the hull? For that matter, why did the fire only burn the hull in the first place?
Got me. You're the detectives. Look, do you mind if I go? I got a lot of forms to fill out. You know, when there's a dead body, wow, paperwork.
Sure, you can go.
Wilmer being observant marked this day. See,
Oh, no
we
problem.
were right about him being,
Well, it was nice to meet you.
you know,
And I'll fax you those phone
a sailor in his heart, because he was being observant about something
Well, looks like it's just you and me.
that had to do with the boat. That's where his investigative skills kicked in, because he saw something that was strange about the boat. He said, why did the fire only occur on the outside of the hull, and why did it burn the hull in the first place? Why not on the inside? So I'm thinking this man knows more about boating and building boats, whatever it is you call that field of industry, than he does about being an FBI agent. He knows the interior parts of a ship. They knew he was the one. Exactly. All right, let's take a look. All right, so this is the Terracon. All right. This is looking very, very creepy. All right. We need a National Craig Wilmore Day held on February 6th. Yes, and it has to be marine inspired. The theme has to do with boats and sailing. All right, you guys are ready to go inside this creepy boat? What the? All right, so this is the captain's log. And I'm going to... He misread the FBI handbook for a sailor's handbook. All right, so this is captain's log, and it says in perfect Russian, handwritten. So it's March 4th, 1996. Day 1, we left the port at 1400 hours with the crew consisting of 8, I don't know, not sailors, like, I don't know the word for, the English word for, just 8 guys. Cargo containing various merchandise. The crew is fun, except for one, Anatoly Dobrovnin, who, what did he say? So basically they're sailing, right? And everything seems to be going well, except for like this one crew member who keeps getting sick. And here he says we encountered 2 Japanese boats who ignored our presence. And I did screenshot this whole note, all of the pages in this log. So if you want me to go back and like translate and just read, narrate their adventure, we can do that. And then like some like weird stuff starts happening. There's a storm. There's a big storm that lasts like several days, and it's like a big one and unusually big. Day 7, nothing out of the ordinary. The storm is past. The boat is in good condition. We are on our way. Everything is fine. 2,650 kilometers until our destination. Day 8, there's another storm coming. They did not predict that, I suppose. Day 9, the storm is still raging. And then I think he just stops writing. Day 10, like day 11. The crew can't wait to disembark in the U.S. and eat Burger King in Seattle. He says day 11, because of the storm, they had to move slower. But everything should be normal. But anyway, we have the log in our evidence case. Yes, we do. Okay. And this is another room. And here is some other things that we can take with us. So this is the client list, and it says it's basically log of payments. And these are just like names, and you see the names like there's the same names that come up so it's like the same clients. And here, this one right here is James Wan, and he appears several times. This guy's name is Mirek Krejcik. Sounds vaguely like Krejcik. I'm absolutely going to make a copy of this book for my homemade props. You should. And yes, you definitely should. Yeah, so, and Wang's name appears, is like several times. So yeah. All right, we have. You will have to show us. Yes, definitely. Please show us the end result. All right, let's go downstairs to the creepy. I don't know. See, I know nothing about boats, so I want to say basement, but I know that there's a word for that, which is not basement. Machine room. I'm gonna make Wilmore's wallet credentials. Wow, that's so cool. Engine room. Thank you. It's so creepy. Like, they even have the music. Hold also. All right. This place is really creepy. Look, there's nothing of value here. Except for one clue we're supposed to find. No, there's nothing here. I sat and watched a whole video to learn about the ship because I didn't know Wilma was waffling on about. That's actually very smart. All right. First time I played this part of the game, I see there was another message. Blinking, you missed it. I spent 2 days on this goddamn Tarakan boat trying to find clues, and all this time there was just one little thing I kept missing. And when we get there, I'll show you what it was. Oh, come on. I don't have time for this. Where's that goddamn room with the creepy thing? No. Why am I here again? I need to... Yes, thank you. No. What? No, I don't need to go there. Okay, see what I mean? 1 week and I already forgot where everything is. They could have been nice and put some arrows for us at least. They could have. But I mean, it's a Russian boat. I don't know how they do it there. So I did tell Charlie this story that one time a decommissioned Russian submarine, which became a tourist attraction, docked in Sweden, this little harbor town that we used to live in, and like it was a tourist attraction, so people could just go there and just experience how it would be to live on a submarine. And my brother and I went there, and it was so creepy, and it was just so small and made me feel so claustrophobic. I mean, it was cool to just walk around there for 15 minutes, but imagine just living there for months at a time with other people. No, thank you. I'll stay right here on the ground. Okay, nothing here. Where is that damn room? That creepy thing. No, why are we back here? Left from the crates and then... Okay. Left from the crates and then 3 steps. Okay. It said left from the crates. And then 3 steps forward? Forward, okay. Right, thank you. Now, this is very stupid of Wilmore. It looks like a bomb or some kind of dangerous thing that he should not be handling without knowing what it is. You wrote it the other day thing that was... Yeah, that was smart to write it down. Creepy music. Creepy music. Okay, let's leave this engine room slash hold slash creepy basement and go see Esther Dorian. If ever I find my way out of here. Skinner left him unattended, and so like a child, he goes around touching things and playing with stuff he shouldn't. Yes. Yes. He's worse than Mulder. Like, seriously. No common sense, Wilmore. I think that's his nickname. That was his nickname in the academy. No common sense, Wilmore. Okay, I'm tired of walking around in circles. I want out. Why am I here? Oh. No, I want out. Out. Okay, let's go see Dorian. Esther Dorian. I mean, Mulder licks things and puts things in his mouth, and Wilmore touches them, so they are perfect sibling duo. They are. They are. I think it would have been a big mistake pairing them together as partners, because between the two of them, they would just touch and lick everything and get themselves in so much trouble. Imagine Scully having to deal with both of them. Like, if Scully had Esther Dorian with her to keep them both in check. See, this is the part that I kept missing on my first playthrough.
Let me know if you see any.
I forgot to look here. She would quit. See, Scully and Esther Dorian would just leave together and just go out for drinks, and that's it. Okay, let's see, there's some more piece of evidence.
This looks like it's already been done.
Oh, yeah, so it has. Probably from the first investigation into the fire. Hey, this is strange. Looks like there's a fresh set of prints over the top of the old ones. Yeah, somebody's put their hand on this after it's already been dusted. Either that's pretty sloppy police work or somebody else has been here.
Well, we better have them lifted. This looks interesting.
Looks like Cyrillic. Seattle PD has a task force investigating smuggling out of the former Soviet Union. They've got a full-time translator over there. I can get it.
Okay, so what do you guys think? Do we trust Seattle PD, or do we take the evidence with us to the bureau? Let me know. We can let her, as far as I know. Okay. Share.
That's fine. I'm assuming you'll share.
Of course I'll.
Okay.
Well, that was easy. I thought certainly you would give me grief about that.
No, if Seattle PD has the resources, let's take advantage of them.
Well, that's a commendable act.
Well, you know what they say about catching.
Oh, they're definitely flirting. Let's scare the poor woman to death.
Look at this.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Well, be careful with
For
it.
sure flirting. For sure.
It looks like an explosive device.
Well, it could be. It certainly has
Yeah,
been.
why are
Maybe
they
we should
saying
call it
things in
hazmat.
such a flirty tone? Like,
Let's not overreact, okay?
do Mulder and Scully have a reason to
What the
talk
hell are you doing?
with each other in those flirty tones when they're investigating, discussing a case? No,
What is it?
there's no purpose,
I don't know.
as far as I know.
I do know one very happy lab technician.
They are taking notes from Mulder and Scully, yes. Maybe it's like an FBI thing. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing here. Oh, we are supposed to call our good friend John at the crime lab. That much I remember. I think working on the FBI, everybody loves flirting with the person they work with. Yes. Federal Bureau of Intimacy. Oh boy. Let's see. Right, what's John's number? There we go. Crime lab. There. 5 5 5 0 1 7 1.
John, it's Craig. I need a set of prints lifted.
Ooh, field work, my favorite. Where?
Camden inbound dock. The boat's called the Terracon. These are prints that were laid on top of a previously dusted set.
I love a challenge. Flag the spot for me, I'll take care of it.
All right, we done that. I'm just gonna check my note. Let me review your notes, as Shanks would say. Okay, go to field office for laptop. Question cook. Go to warehouse. Ask about Wong's killing. Board the Agrippa. Collect Bill's jacket. Talk to cop and dock harbor master. Go to the Terracan. Collect captain's log, client list, mystery sphere. Call John regarding prints. Okay, so now we go to the coroner's office. Also, white shadows. That's so smart. I forgot about that. We need to locate them, and then we need to tell Astor Dorian about them. That's very smart. think we need to go down, maybe? I think we need to go down first. Because they were on the lower deck. Yep. Here we go. Spooky shadows. And then we go back to our dear friend Esther Dorian and show her the shadows. No, I want to go upstairs. Oh, come on. Yes, here we go. There she is.
I'm not having much luck over here so far.
Come with me. I want to
Is it a diplomatic pouch?
see these outlines here on the side of the cabin?
Yeah, it's kind of frightening, isn't it? What causes it?
I have no idea.
It reminds me of pictures I've seen of Hiroshima.
How's that?
Well, the blast from the bomb left the outline of people behind. I don't know why. I can barely remember it. I was only a kid when I saw the picture. Jesus, scared the bejesus out of me.
Okay. I think now we can go to the coroner's office. Let's see if it shows up on the map. Crime lab, field office, apartment. No, it does not. I guess we should talk to her some more.
I bet the previous investigation was less than thorough. We should go over this thing with a fine-tooth.
Hey, Detective. Druid from the coroner's office just called. They've completed the autopsy on Mr. Wong. He's found something you ought to see.
Fast.
Well, it looks like we're headed to the coroner's. I can hardly...
Alright. She's not going to say anything more. Let's go to the coroner's. We've unlocked another location. King County's Medical Examiner's Office, Seattle. Like the hand in the jar. The hand in the jar? There's a hand in the jar?
This is Agent Wilmo with the FBI. He questioned Wong yesterday. I hope he found out everything he needed to know.
What have you got?
This is undoubtedly one of the most unusual autopsies I've ever performed. This man died from a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. Large caliber weapon, point blank range. He was also a drug user. It looks like he was high at the time of death. That would account for the lack of struggle. But if the slug or the drugs didn't kill him, this man would have been dead within a matter of...
On the shelf near the autopsy table.
Why?
He was completely riddled with massive tumors. I've never seen anything like it. What would cause something like that? I have no idea. But I've never seen a human being so eaten alive with cancer. God, I hate coming here. You know,
something I want to say about Wong. I forgot. Oh, remember when he Wilmore questioned Wong and he showed him the cigarette butt, and Wong said, "I don't smoke. These things give you cancer." That was a little foreshadowing, I guess. How come we can't ask the coroner about the fish? Seems like something Wilmore would do. Stupid cursor. Comply. Seriously.
How long had he been taking drugs?
Well, it's hard to say. Organ tissue and blood samples may provide some evidence, but it still can be hard to determine. The evidence of massive tumors suggests that the subject was suffering severe pain, and the drugs could have been used to mitigate the pain.
What kind of cancer was it?
Well, here's the weird thing. You see, these
Acidoran
these are
probably
three
told him
separate
not
cuttings.
to mention fish.
Surprised me if it turned out he had a few more. It's as if his entire endocrine and immune system
Probably.
suddenly went haywire.
Is there a name for this?
Bizarre.
No, I mean, is there a syndrome or something that explains it?
No, not that I've ever heard of.
He's like JD on Scrubs. Someone tells him, don't say something, like don't mention this thing. Or JD in his own head will say, don't mention this thing, don't do it. And it's like a compulsive thing. He has to say it. So I'm thinking, no, JD was a much more competent doctor than Wilmore is FBI agent. First time Mulder mentions his fish, Wilmore's eyes light up.
That's mainly a hunch. Little things. State of craniovascular relaxation, total dilation of the pupils, things like that. I've seen it before, but the blood work will confirm it.
Like full pep talk, do not talk about fish. I mean it, don't. Like if Wilmore is reading files on Mulder and Scully and he sees that in Mulder's bio there's just miscellaneous information, has fish tank with goldfish, and he just, we have to find Agent Mulder. Where are the fish? Is someone feeding the fish? We need to go to Washington DC right now and feed the fish.
What could have caused cancer like this?
I have no idea. This isn't exactly my field, first of all, but I can't imagine what would trigger something like this. Some kind of massive carcinogenic exposure, I guess.
100% he shows them
Radioactive
photos or takes them to this
materials,
apartment. I have a
plastics,
full fish
organic
tank.
chemicals, those are the only things that travel to it.
They would have bonded. They would have bonded over the fish, and just being experts in very sort of obscure niche topics. They would have bonded over that. And also touching things
How long had he been ill?
without knowing what they are.
Tumors are highly unpredictable. A growth of this size would seemingly take a fair amount of time, but he would have been in immense pain.
Which might explain the illicit drug use.
Even
Yeah.
with the drugs, a condition like this would be almost impossible to ignore. And the amount of drugs he'd have to take to ease the pain would make him a near zombie. Strange.
Take the fish tank out, pushes on the swing in the park. There's like a image of them holding hands and skipping down the meadow to this very cheesy song about fish. Here's a fanfic for you. They have a picnic in the park with fish.
This recently.
No, thank God.
They have these little fish crackers. These little crackers that shaped like fish. I have to stop seeing fish.
Is that the slug?
Yes, it is.
I'd like to have it analyzed.
That'd be alright, I suppose.
The Terracan.
There was a case a couple of months ago, a fire at sea.
The Terracan, sure. I remember it. You're the second FBI agent to ask me about that this week.
Oh, really?
What are you talking about?
Well, actually, to be specific, you're the third FBI agent. There were a pair here the other day, a man and a woman. They had the bodies of the Terracan crew members exhumed exhumed. She insisted on performing a second autopsy.
I have a full theory that this man refuses to eat fish because it makes him sad. A little bit of fish food falls. I laugh at happy music plays. You know how there's like vegetarians, vegans, and pescatarians? Pescatarians basically don't eat meat unless it's fish, so they eat fish. Wilmore is the opposite of that. He'll eat any meat except for seafood. Okay, you want some really, really unfunny joke, like really unfunny joke, like cringy. Agent Wilmore's favorite Disney movie. Hold for applause.
What were their names?
Sorry, I'll have to look that up. I see a lot of names.
It was Mulder and Scully, wasn't it?
Yes. Diana Scully and Wolf Mulder, that's right.
What did she find?
I have no idea. The bodies are still here if you want to see them.
What were the results of the original autopsy?
They died of severe burns.
We want to see them.
All right. You're not squeamish, I hope.
Kade, come in here.
They start teaching the fish tricks in the happy montage. They do like the opposite of fishing. I don't know what that would be.
Fair warning, this is going to be pretty bad. These guys have been interred for 2 months. You all right?
Finding Nemo, Little Mermaid, his films, he cries over and he feels nobody understands the movies the way he does. Mulder would have. Mulder would have understood, especially Finding Nemo.
I don't know what the hell's going on here. I think someone's stolen the bodies from the Terracan. You two stay here. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll let you know if I find anything.
What the hell have we stumbled onto here?
All right, which do we go with? I have some theories. I want to hear what you think. Classic. This case was much bigger than I first thought. How is Mulder and Scully cases linked to one? Such a dumb question. Tell me which one. Ask what she thinks, and she helps more. All right.
I'd like to hear what you think.
Oh my god.
What is it?
I think I know what's going on here. Oh, Jesus. I hope I'm wrong.
What?
Spill it, lady.
They're smuggling something. They're smugglers. Wong worked for the same people as the crew of the Terracon.
That would explain the slicker and the lack of fishing equipment.
So they worked for the same people. You questioned Wong.
He's asking like everybody universally knows about Mulder
Your
and
two
Scully.
missing agents have the crew from the Terracon exhumed, and both they and the corpses turn up missing? We've stumbled upon a smuggling ring bringing either radioactive material or possibly chemical weapons into the U.S. from the former Soviet Union. That explains the fire on the Terracon, Wong's cancer, why he was killed, and what happened to your two missing agents. They got too close. Someone's covering their tracks and they're not afraid to shoot FBI agents to do it. You and I
He
have to
looks so
work together.
scared.
We have to stop this. If I'm right, thousands of people might die. I'm gonna have to demand that we cooperate fully with one another.
Okay.
You just got yourself a new partner.
Is that a good thing? All right, let's go poke around the coroner's office. I wanna find the hand in the jar. No hands here. Cookies. What does it say? Maybe they do. Perhaps Mulder did end up getting the 9100 number after postmortem. Maybe he did. Charlie, what episode are you on right now? Where is the hand in the jar? Why did you see a hand in the jar? He thinks the smugglers are smuggling radioactive stuff into the fish tank, so that's why he's so scared. He's like, whatever you do, don't hurt the fish. It's personal for him. Behind the table. What? Oh, this is not the table. This is Monk's pocket. Hold on. Keep out. Wait a minute. Episode, I think 6 or 7. Gonna watch a few episodes. That's cool. It's on the shelf behind the autopsy table. Okay, do we open this? Do we try and open this? I want to try and open it. Oh no, we can't. Everybody has been calling in since then. Let's see. Behind the autopsy table. Hand, you say? Okay, so this is... Where? It's just disgusting. Where's the hand in the jar? Oh, is it here? Oh, this is gross. Okay, wanna bet that it's Krychek's hand? I mean, he did lose a whole arm, but... Oh god, that's gross. Okay. Now we need to go to... Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We need to get an email from John, who will say that... Actually, you know what? We'll go to John. Because I need to give him the sphere. I bet money they did because it looks cool. Also, that a hand is left. That is true. It's a left hand.
Dollars at work. Hey, do the words lunch hour mean anything to you?
You're in a mood today.
What do you want?
By the way, what do you think of this cardi? I made it.
Did you get those prints?
I just fetched them, Miss Daisy. I still need to process them.
And they say sugar has no effect on...
Are they flirting? I did. I made it. I crocheted it.
I love bullets.
It took me like 2 months. All in all, thank you.
Yet in the right hand.
I liked the idea of sleeves being different from the rest of the cardigan. Also, the pattern that I used is for a sweater. But when I was making it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and do a cardigan because it would be like simpler. And it turned out it wasn't simpler. But I went with it. I made a cardigan. And I really like it. And it's warm. And it's like this superwash wool with some synthetics, I think. And it's very warm. And when like I'm holding it in my hand, it's heavy. But when I'm wearing it, it's actually very light. And I really, really like it. Everybody just be flirting with everyone in the X-Files. Yes, everyone on the... Exactly. It's just like one pansexual FBI mixer.
Yowza. What is this? A bomb?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I do need you to tell me just what the hell it is.
Your wish is my command.
No, we're not gonna try to give him the lockpick. He's already talking.
You heard from Gloria? Nope, she's still at her mom's.
It just sucks to see people living your dream. Yeah.
You gonna pay me that $1? Did you know that I grew up in Cleveland?
Oh, Cleveland, really?
Yes.
What's
And
with
as
the
a child,
earring?
I've always regarded it as hell. Do you have any idea how cold it is in Cleveland?
Cold. Very cold. It is very cold in Cleveland.
But not cold enough.
He's making small talk while people are
You working on anything?
being
Yes,
missing and
actually,
killed.
an
And
art theft. Very cool stuff. Mom's word.
Ah, so the comic book is recent.
guys, we're gonna have to sign up to the FBI, start our own division. We totally should. Earring means he's stylish and fun. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's true. Okay, let's let the man work on the prints, and let's go to our office and wait for that email. So, guys, like I said, are we okay with doing like a little shorter session? Because I was thinking that after we confront Cook, before we go to the stakeout, which is also super dangerous, we call it a night and then we come back next time. Let me know. And I know I just totally spoiled that Cook. Sure, this works. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but Cook is gonna pay us a little visit later. That works. That's good.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. From John Amos, evidence submitted. Agent Wilmore, the overlaying fingerprint on the ship Tarakan has been lifted and photoed. You were right, it was left on top of the existing, dusted prints from original crime scene sweep. No matches found in databases accessed. Suggest you try all databases available to you possible match. Other evidence in process of being evaluated. Will contact upon completion. Alright, let's check the attachment. Search, citizen. Nothing. FBI. Nothing. Or? No way! No way! It's a reenactment of my initial reaction. I mean, I know that it's Cook. No kind to those regards, Amos. Maybe not so flirty. Maybe he was in a rush, or maybe he was just a little disappointed of being dismissed like that. That Wilmore is just using him as, for the expertise he's there to provide. Well, Amos wants to be seen for more than that, for more than just a lab tech. He wants Wilmore to see the man behind the earring. Also, has anyone noticed Cook is under government and military, not FBI? Yes, I have. All right, let's read his bio. University of Arizona, major criminology, minor mechanical engineering. Marital status single. Hobbies restoring antique radios. This is either just a very random factoid or something that will be crucial to the whole case. Brewing beer at home. Marathon running. Oh boy. Joined the FBI in 1991. That's it? That's it? Just a long list of his hobbies and... Okay, I guess. Alright, let's go to the apartment. Probably trying to keep it professional in case somebody sees the flirty comments in the yes. They'll be like, we don't want HR coming after us. So let's just keep it on the down low. Let's go to the apartment. Come on. Apartment. Cook. Who do you think you are, just barging in like this? Throwing accusations.
What are you doing? No, man, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be keeping me informed about your case. Have I been informed? No. I've been kept completely in the dark. You know the policy, always have a backup. What if something happened to you?
Oh,
Where would
like
your
you're so
investigation be
worried.
then, huh? Agents' lives are on the line here. You better think about that instead of how you can score points with A.D. Skinner.
Alright, indignant, peaceful, angry. I'm gonna go with indignant.
Oh,
I will
man,
not stand for
what's
this.
the matter with me? I'm losing it. Being followed by two guys in a sedan. I don't know who the hell they are or who they work for, but they're obviously government. I think Mulder and Scully stumbled onto some kind of corruption that runs all the way into the Bureau itself.
Shank said we didn't have to get you involved, Cook. Exactly. There's not much evidence to support that. There's more than a little paranoid. Which is the better alternative? I can see your point, but it still doesn't add up to corruption. Which one do you guys want to choose? Don't let the man wait too long. Not much evidence. All right.
There's not much evidence to support that. Maybe, maybe not. But at this point, that's really kind of a matter.
I don't trust him. Neither do I.
All right, so fill me in.
Oh, yeah? Lie to him. Let's tell him what he wants to hear.
I know exactly, but it's not good. I think you're right. I think there's a smuggling ring bringing material into Seattle from the Far East and Russia, and I think they may have infiltrated the Bureau.
We need to be incredibly careful. They could well be coming after us next. Just keep me in a loop. The more I know, the better I can do my job.
I've just been a little...
Sure, but we're not talking about your grocery list here. This case has probably already cost the lives of 2 agents. Listen, just keep me in the loop. The more I know, the better I can do my...
Yeah, how about those fingerprints, Cook?
So why were your fingerprints found on the Terracon?
What?
Terracon. It's an ocean-going tug. Burned inside.
I know what it is. What are you saying?
Just trying to figure out how come your fingerprints were found on a ship that's been involved in 10 deaths, 2 disappearances, and you should probably never even have heard of it.
Listen, I was called in to investigate that fire 2 months ago when it happened. I didn't find anything. It took me a couple of hours, that's it.
So why did I never hear of it?
Geez, I don't know, maybe you're in the can. Look, I never mentioned it because it was way below radar. I filed my report with Shanks, end of story. Alright, I may...
Sneaky little liar.
But that's all I did wrong. Wait a minute. Maybe that's why I'm being followed.
Oh, he's such a bad liar.
Smugglers, right? That's what my report
He's just
said.
coming up with things as he goes
See my
along.
report. Someone in the Bureau is
He is
No, this is
streets
only
behind
50%.
of Krychek.
It was a massive smuggling ring.
Then, of course, Krychek is streets ahead of everyone.
Agents to not only look the other way, but to provide outright assistance, including following agents who get just a little too close to the
He needs to learn how to lie. He needs to take a. Krychek should have had a lying seminar at the FBI to teach how to lie convincingly, consistently, and how to spot a liar. And none of that pseudoscientific body language, micro expression to to see if someone is lying. Well, it's pseudoscience, but like actually, when a professional liar can teach you how to lie and how to spot another liar, just like going from experience, I think that would be very successful. I think maybe the FBI could have even like forgiven a lot of the things that he'd done if he would cooperate. Would pay for those classes. Yes, I would. I would. I mean, FBI agents, of course, don't have to pay. It's part of the program. But if it would be a spot would be open like for the layman observer, I would absolutely pay to be in a lying seminar by Alex Krychek. All right, guys. Uh, the next step is the stakeout, and it's a dangerous one. And I think we should save that for another time. And hopefully, when we do that, Agent Wilmore doesn't die and we get to continue the game. I'm not going to play anymore until the next time. I'm not going to read anything about the game in the meantime because I'm not going to. Also, I have other things to work on, like the podcast. So why don't we call it a night? Let Agent Wilmore rest, maybe eat something he hasn't eaten all day, as far as I'm concerned. You've got some notes for the stakeout if needed to. You are a lifesaver, like literally. Yes, absolutely. I would gladly use those notes. So let's just save. Let's just, you know what? Just like for the fun of it, let's go to. We all have notes exactly. I guess it just speaks to the kind of people that are attracted to a show like The X-Files and a game like this. We like to take notes. We like to be thorough, scientific, and organized. Okay, I don't know what it's in those tapes, but it's definitely not what Mulder is into. Hopefully. Okay, let's just leave him here. And I'm going to save this game. Save. Save. Yes. All right. I guess that does it. Quit, I guess. And we can close. I'll close this window later. No, I have to close it now. There we go. All right. Well, this was it. Day 2. A lot of stuff happened. Somebody allegedly knocked Cook out. Allegedly. You know, as far as I'm concerned, that could have been ketchup. And took Scully's laptop with them. Also, Wong had been murdered. It turns out that he was maybe part of some drugs or like some smuggling ring, and also he was dying of cancer, which had probably something to do with the thing that he was doing. And Cook is still not cleared. He's still a suspect for us. Everybody is a flirt on the FBI. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm just mostly like, I'm still just so mad that Cook can just come in and like accuse Wilmore of not being forthcoming when he is the one who's like, you know, like accuse. It's like every accusation is it's an admission. I was tempted to attempt to fix the typewriter just to take notes, but it's so much work, it'll be a lot more labor intensive than I thought. I mean, yes, absolutely. Also, you have a typewriter? That should be a project for a fan guidebook. You should totally do that. You should totally write that. You should absolutely write that book, and I would read it, and I would help you write it, or format it, or beta read it, or whatever. Absolutely. Why am I reading chat here when I have it here on screen? We should do a whole deep dive into the game and debug everything. Absolutely. When I finish this goddamn game. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Tonight I had a lot of fun, even though I'm very, very tired. And I have it on my Twitch page. The new schedule that I'll be playing this game every Friday. Obviously, I'm not going to be playing it every Friday, but for now, this schedule will stick. So unless you guys have other plans, like next Friday, then we can get together and come up with a new date. But I'm thinking next Friday should be all right, just to keep it consistent like that. And also, I'm not doing anything on Fridays because I'm old and tired. Friday works awesome. Friday work, that's good. That's good. Well, then I will see you here on Friday, and I will see you on socials probably tonight before I go to bed. All right, thank you guys so much for being here, and have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. Bye.